Hey, nearly missed you. I've done it again. It's the wrong. Oh dear. I can't beat a live show, can you? Right. How we doing, gang? It's been a while, of course. It's all falling apart here. I hope everybody had a great Easter. Easter was fantastic. And the weather was lovely. So it was nice to have a break. Obviously, I forgot it was Easter. So when we came back, I've got to be honest, I had nothing prepared. And this, obviously, we've had a couple of short weeks. It's absolutely raving busy. I'm pretty sure everyone else is the same. It's just been so busy. So, yes, apologies for missing last week. That's not the aim of the game, of course. But I'm going to make it short tonight as well because it has been manic. I'm pretty sure you guys are manic. I'm very interested in the parts problem. Anyone out there can drop me a comment. Obviously, when you do get to see this video, I know some people don't watch it live. They get to catch up later on. Parts are still a major problem for us. Pretty sure it must be for you as well. So the parts are causing us major issues. Still can't get what we need when we need. Are you having the same problem? Is this just in Birmingham? Is it all over the UK? Very interested to know. Also, anyone out there looking for work, drop me a message because we've got some bits of work coming up slowly over the next few months. So please, if you're a repairer that likes to get good work, good paying work, let me know on that one, please. So tonight I thought I'm just going to run you over. I've had my first excess doubling claim. So we have a customer who has had once their car repaired. Same with consumables, Jason. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to ask the guys, actually. Not sure if we've had that one yet, but I do know we're having problems and parts is major. We normally have, if I'm honest, about 50 cars, nice, turning around nice and quickly. At the moment, I believe we've got about 120. So it's just become a bit of a really strange, to be fair. I've never had that many cars half repaired, kind of. It just seems madness. You over all these years, you build a lovely process that works, and it's just been, I don't know, how do you fix this process? Because cars you get half the repair done and a part can't come in, put that one to the side, next job, you're told all the parts are coming, one doesn't come in again, put that one to the side, and so on and so on. Are we the only people having that problem? It's not a nice problem, but let me know. Anyway, so what I thought was this was a perfect time for me to I'm going to run this and we're going to see what happens. I'm not going to tell you who the insurer is just yet because I thought, well, have a look at this. It's a friend of mine's car. Now, let's face it, we're loads of us have got body shops and we've got lots of friends. And when your friend has an accident, they want to come and use their trusted friend. Nothing wrong with that. And why should they be stopped doing that? Like we say, anti-competitive laws and all that kind of stuff. Surely they pay their insurance. They can choose who they wish. So this lady has obviously chosen for us to repair it. It was over Easter. We pulled her in when she couldn't. She was stuck. And so we've done a great little job for her, got her mobile. And then she tells her insurance. And her insurance say, we're going to double your excess if you use your own repairer. So it's quite strange, really. This is kind of I think we haven't had one of these for a long time. So now, because of Crash Clinic, I'm going to run this and we're going to see what happens. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to run it as well. Motor Claim Guru Tim, I'm going to follow his stage and I'm going to send the letter that Tim recommends and I'm going to update you with how we get on with it. So it's obviously live, only came in this weekend. I've got the insurance policy in front of me, which has also made me start wanting to look at policies because the first thing you should do, and this is 100% real, we had a customer that was told their excess was going to double if they used their own repairer. Luckily, one of my team said, can we get the letter? So they got the letter. Oh, sorry, not the letter. They got the policy. They said, can we have a look at your policy? So the client gave us the policy. And this was some time back now. But guess what? It wasn't in the policy. So that's why straight away this time, because we had that problem some time ago, obviously they dropped it and it was okay. because it wasn't in the policy. This one now, I have the policy here, which I've actually had a little flick through. And there's a lot of concerns with policies for me nowadays, because I really think policies, somebody should step in and look at insurance policies, because they are, if I'm honest, I really believe that a disgrace. They should be made a lot easier to understand. And there's a lot of things in here that bother me, because there's a lot of things where they don't tell people at the outset when they're taking the insurance. They only find out when they've had a problem. I had it for years and used Tim. Insurance companies just pulled the jobs more recently and wouldn't let us get involved. 2 jobs tried to cash in lieu and tell customers we were too expensive. Jason, thanks for that, because these are the kind of things that we need to. I'm interested to see what happens. So I'm going to test this one. I'm going to do the same when we get one with the labour rates. We're going to test this. I know one repairer on LinkedIn put in they had a similar problem with the labour rates. They challenged it and they were okay with it, apparently. So that was a good result for one of the repairers. Again, this is information that we should share. I've got a letter for the labour rate one that's coming out, of course, and I've got a standard letter for all of us to give to our customers, because insurers hit them with a load of rubbish, like telling people we're too expensive and with this and with that. So the letter that I know I've been working on it for a little while. It's just been so busy with Easter and everything else happening. But the letter I'm going to break down I've got 2 letters from 2 different insurers, and I'm breaking down all the parts that how do I put that without upsetting them, that they put in there that's not true. They try to make out that we're not good at what we do. So we're going to hit them back, and we're going to give our own customers a letter that states, yes, we are good at what we do. And unfortunately, the insurers are going to try and coax you into using their repairer, and then we're going to tell them the real reasons why that's going to happen. And then when they actually try it on with our customer will be fully armed and full aware. So I'm trying to make the letter as short as I can, trying to put it into bullet points so our customer actually goes, oh, wow, yeah, I get it. And then if we can attach that to emails and maybe anything that they, however they contact us, we need to fire straight back with this letter that stops people pinching jobs. So this one here is quite a good one, because I thought it's we've got the first Dublin Excess, so I'm going to run it over the next couple of weeks, and we're going to see what happens. So this will be a live job. It's in the workshop. The customer's not happy, of course, about the Dublin Excess, but still wants to use us. So we're now going to try and we're going to give you the details of the letter to send into the insurers. The ombudsman make the complaints. Apparently, according to Tim, if this is true, this is great. Just making the complaint to the ombudsman will cost the insurer £500. The Excess Dublin is £200. So straight away, it might not be a win-win yet, but it's going to be you've lost already, because it's now cost you £500 for your dirty little trick. So if that's true, Tim, I think that's going to be brilliant. So I'm definitely going to try that. I've actually compiling a letter for my customer to say, right, in future, this is my first one. If this happens again, here is a letter. Send that off to the ombudsman and to your insurer, and let's see what happens. At least we know it's going to cost them more than that. She still wants her car repaired by us, which is obvious because she does. We're friends, and she knows we do a good job. But what the insurer's doing, again, in my eyes already, is wrong. And that's insurers for you. So I just had a quick look at her policy, because she then sent me the policy to have a quick read, just in case it wasn't in there, but it is. So it does state on the excesses: fire, theft, windscreen replacement. Now, this was quite fascinating, because it says there's a windscreen replacement excess. Now, I went onto the website where this lady took this out, and I'm going to tell her as well, because on the site, it's splattered all over the site. If you take a policy out with us, comprehensively insured, we're giving you a free courtesy car. I don't even know why they can use that, because they're not giving a courtesy car. And it actually states that they will not have any. They'll also throw in windscreen cover. It says here she's got an excess for £100. Sorry, windscreen excess. There'll be no excess on a windscreen. So I wanted to go and check that, because when it's all over the website, she's took it out. So straight away, from this insurer being awkward, hopefully it's going to cost them £500 from the complaint. I hope they lose and have to give in and give her a £200 back. And we're going to bring up this other complaint about the £100 excess. But these insurers do this. They say one thing and change another, and they seem to get away with it. But also on this, it says, it says repair work by your own repairer, a £200 excess. So repair work by your own repairer. So I don't even know whether this is actually compulsory vehicle. It doesn't actually state. So I believe that this is actually a zero excess. So we're going to try this one out. There is no excess. So this one's not even doubling it. It's saying you've got no excess, but if you use your insurer, sorry, your own repairer, we're going to give you an excess. Now that surely can't be right. I don't know, even doubling it, but that's really that's a new one for me to look at. I think it's really good. I think if Tim's usually around on a Tuesday. I know we missed last week, so big apologies, but we're back. So Tim, if you've come across that one before, because they're not actually doubling the excess, which is what we normally call it. On this one, it looks like they haven't got an excess. And then they're saying that if you use your own repairer, we're going to give you an excess. So slightly different term there. We're not doubling it, we're giving you one. The other thing that I actually thought, while I was just quickly reading it, because insurance policies nowadays really do blow my mind. When I renewed my insurance, I got a policy that thick with all the inclusions, exclusions, and it's just mental. And I have had a customer recently who leases a car, and they had something go wrong with the car, and then the insurer said they're not paying out because it's a lease car. My customer said, of course I told them it was a lease car. So he's then searching through all his details to say, because he said, I told them it was a lease car. But now they're saying they're not paying out on that policy because it was a lease car. Now, I don't know what difference that makes. Very interesting if any of the insurance gurus out there know, because we've got a car that's insured by a person to drive it, and the car's got a value. So how can they get away with the fact that they don't actually own the car? It's a lease car. So what if it's a lease car? They've paid you insurance to drive that car on the road comprehensively in case anything happens. As an insurer, you've took that risk. But now when they have a crash, you go, oh, they didn't tell us that, even though they did. So quite interesting. If there's anyone out there who knows more about that, that would be interesting to find out the answers, of course. Jason, let's have a quick look. We have tried to get £50 an hour recently, and we were okay. Then last month, as we closed 2 jobs, basically said no, won't accept our estimates, and stated to clients that we were too expensive, and if they didn't want checks in the post. 2 very angry people to deal with. One who demanded we got and contacted an engineer via LinkedIn, and they ran scared and told me £1,500 contract repair on a £3,100 job. Only or car goes to salvage. Wow, it was our last ever job, mate. That's, again, terrible, Jason. But lucky you're out of it. It is wrong. I think we're going to see a lot of things changing over the next months, of course, because a lot of things going up in price. And contract repairs, I think, are a good thing, of course. But something that I used to do many years ago, when we were a very young repair centre, which I'm ready to trial again now, if anything happens in this manner. I used to, if I was told by a comp engineer that my job was too expensive or wasn't right, you can get an engineer's report, a desktop engineer report now, from many different engineers across the UK, that'll probably cost you about £30, and you get all the expertise of an engineer on your report. Now, what I find is if I ever send an estimate to an independent repairer, they have no problem in saying, yeah, that's fine, that's bang on. It's only when it goes to an other insurer who doesn't want to use a non-approved repair centre. So it's quite an interesting fact that they don't want. All it is they don't want to pay that money. But there's nothing wrong with the price when you go to an engineer, an independent engineer. So I have done that before, and I've sent the independent engineer's report in to say, do we want to go to court on this? I've just got on and repaired the car and said, sorry, but there you go. There's the report. Agrees with my estimators have come up with this amount. The independent engineer agrees. Do you now want to go to court? Because it's 2 against 1. and in court they will lose. And I don't think it's a can of worms that they're going to want to open up in court, because one of those cases wins, boom. So that might be something to be tested in the coming months when things are going to get, I believe we're going to end up with a very, I think we're going to go back to the 80s, 90s, where there's lots of arguments with insurers and engineers, because I don't see them doing anything to help repair centers. I really don't. And these sort of insurance policies that they're selling don't really help repairers at all, of course. So this is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to run it. I'm not going to run it, of course. The customer has agreed, because she wants to. She's very angry anyway, wants to use this. But I'm very interested that so there's no policy excess if she goes to an approved repairer, and there is a £200 excess if she uses me. So interesting. We're going to send the letter in. We're going to see what happens. We're going to complain to the ombudsman, and that's going to already cost them. So they may as well have just got rid of that. But let's find out legally. We want to know where we stand with this. So I might try and help in the background if she wants to get legal with it. And if we get a legal answer on this, this could be even more, let's actually get a definitive answer to do with this, because it's not a lot of money, to be fair. It's a bit of time. But it's a principle, in my opinion. So she's going to end up spending £200 more. I think we should issue that and go all the way with the insurer and see what a judge says. And if a judge then says, I'm ever so sorry, but yes, it's very anti-competitive, give her a 200 quid back, we could have broken, something new for the future that's going to help us all. So I'm going to run it. I think that's going to be a bit of fun. I'm not going to go on too much more about it, because I'll explain it week by week how we're getting on with it. So the letters, I'm nearly finished doing the letters. I'll have them finished over the weekend. They'll go out next week. And let's see if, when, and how we get a reply. And let's see what those replies back are. So anybody else got anything? Obviously that, because we're extremely busy. So I think Crash Clinic's going to get a little bit better when we're not quite this busy. I'm pretty sure you're all the same. We're working weekends, days, nights, everything to keep up. Well, we can't keep up. It's just madness at the moment, which is good. We can't complain, but we can complain about the parts issue. The parts issue, I think, is real. Now with all these problems and this war is still going on, is it going to get any better? When's it going to get any better? Is it going to get any worse? That could be a problem. I don't know, but I'd love to hear your opinions, of course. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let me know what you think. And is there any other issues you'd like to discuss on Crash Clinic? I will bring up some better issues in the coming weeks again. So obviously we've got Easter out of the way. We're back to normal. And we've got a few more people coming on the show very soon, of course. I'll announce them shortly as well. And again, if there's anyone out there that wants to come onto the show, if you've got anything to offer to the repair industry, if you've got any services that can help people, or you just want to come on the show and have a bit of a moan about problems you've got, let me know, because I'm more than happy to bring you onto the show. A company local to us called RSP Recycling Solutions are a fully licensed specialist in the removal of plastics. So I know, again, it's something, another issue we all have. We have plastics to get rid of, bumpers and whatever you name it. A lot of us all get rid of it in a different manner, different way. Some people have skips and chuck them all into skips. These are fully licensed, so it's all the right way to get rid of plastics. So it's obviously environmental friendly. They're fully licensed, and when they take your plastics, you'll have a certificate to say it's been removed properly, and they'll come to your repair centre and take away your plastics. They're a new company, and they're planning to do this on a weekly basis. So again, I'm interested to know. I know our plastic stacks up. They're coming and just taking it away for us, which is fantastic. I will put this in the post as well. RSP, fully licensed specialist. So they take it away and do good stuff with it, of course, which is environmentally friendly. But is it costing you any money? Again, what we're trying to bring on this show is things that will help you every week. If you've got any plastics that's costing you money to get rid of, even a skip is too much money. If it's filling a skip, these guys will come to you. I'll give you the number on there as well. They can come and take away your plastics. Might be a help again, of course. So that's it for today, gang. I'm going to keep it short. As I said, it's been a major 2 weeks. We've been very, very busy. I'm pretty sure you are. Jason, nice to see you again, mate, and thanks for joining in. But yes, I will get back to normal. We'll bring you some more gritty, you know, some more good news and good stuff we can get stuck into, and some chats we can have in the coming weeks. So just to let you know, we're back. Last week, obviously, I didn't want to miss it, but we just had such a busy time, and I didn't get chance, obviously being off all the weekend and everything as well. It was good fun. Hope everyone else had a great Easter. But we'll be back with some, back to normal from next week, and I'll keep you updated as this excess problem goes on, and then we'll see where we go with it. Guys and girls, hope you're all busy. Let me know if you've got any problems and anything you'd like to come on and discuss, or just for me to look into and bring up, and I'll gladly do it. Take care, gang. We'll see you next Tuesday, of course. We're back to normal, where we'll be back to the normal Crash Clinic. Interesting stuff. Take care.